when he drops down, his little hoofy feet just fall into fuzzy slippers, and the robe appears. There's already popcorn on the table.
Oh my god.
That Hallmark movie's been paused.
That is a visual. Alright everyone, welcome back to some more of Darksiders. Alright, in the last episode we got Ruin, our trusty steed. And now we can take on the sandworms. Alright, so earlier we had to avoid this guy because one gulp and we're done.
Yeah.
But now we have a fighting chance.
The thing in the middle looks like a tongue.
That is its weak point.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's its tongue.
And
the whole thing is the worm. Alright, so we have an enclosed arena here. And basically we have to like lure it until it opens its mouth. And then shoot the tongue. That's our strategy.
Chase down the garbage man.
Yep.
You forgot our trash!
Yeah, you forgot something. Just chuck it.
Just tomahawk the trash bag.
Jeez. But yeah, combat on horseback is kind of like jousting. You have to like charge towards the enemy and then like just towards the side to avoid getting hit yourself, and then slash him up the side. Oh, but he's gaining on us. But there we go. And that's basically the fight. You lure it, you take your shot, and then you speed away just in time so you don't get nipped yourself. Now, you can't get eaten while on horseback. It'll just knock you off, and then you have to summon the horse all over again.
Okay.
Very similar to Zelda games, as you'll find out later, to where you just get knocked off the horse, and it's just like, oh, get back on.
Does the horse run away?
No, the horse just like dissipates into the fire. You summon the horse.
Oh, okay.
In Zelda, the horse can't. I don't think it runs away. It's just kind of like, and then it trots away.
Okay.
It's not just like, well, there goes the horse. No, if anything, I believe in Zelda, like, you just go flying. It's just like, hang on, let me get back to my horse. So see, you just summon him back and like,
okay,
through the fire and flames. Can I? Oh, shit. Nope. I wanted to change direction before I went into a wall. And like, it's not fast sometimes. Sometimes you have to wait for the horse to literally turn around and then go.
You have to wait for his animation.
Yep. There we go. We got him.
As his little mouth opens and closes. Oh, SpongeBob.
Why? Finish it. Fatality. I gotta say, the game knows how to be cool in some moments.
Yeah.
It's got some very flashy visuals.
It's like,
and some gruesome deaths.
I love how it's very cool, but if you think about it, like if that were to happen in reality, he's gonna be covered in like blood and guts, and it's gonna be sticky and stinky.
Oh, gross. Be honest, would War even care? He just come in with all that stick and just grimace.
Yeah. It just like, I feel like it would be very uncomfortable to move around afterwards.
When I look at him, I think it's just very uncomfortable to move around. All right, I keep hitting these bombs. I was like, what the hell keeps hurting me? I'm breaking crates to look for souls, and it's just like, baboosk! And here comes more of the horde. It's okay. I got another ballista. Ballista, I'm saying it correct this time. Not a barista. Explosive baristas.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, we could add that in the game with, like, the kangaroo that chucks the joey.
Exploding baristas.
Exploding baristas. They'll just be like these...
Cream and sugar.
Like, giant baristas, and they have, like, a lighted wick on their mocha. and they chuck it at you. That's what they could do. I don't know. Again, I'm having
fire espresso shots that are too hot.
That's the problem with like doing these commentaries sometimes, is I get like new ideas, but it's the same as like you. It's just like, let's focus on the 12 ideas we've started.
Yeah.
Instead of the 16 you just thought of.
Well, see, that is my problem, is when I have a new idea, I start said ideas. So now I just have 8 million started ideas. And
I just
never
write them
finished
down.
Any of
so I'll
them.
be like, oh, here's another concept. But what I like to do, especially like growing up, is I like to like Frankenstein them. It's like, this idea, can this work with this story in any way? Otherwise, because like I also try, like, good writing is not just like, hey, throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks. It has to be cohesive with the world.
Right.
It has to be believable to the characters. Like, would my characters do this?
Yeah.
Like I learned by watching Brad Bird documentaries, is he likes putting them in a scene together so his characters can just talk, and then he learns about his characters. What would they say? Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the South Park guys, says engaging writing is because, not and then. So as a child, you're just like,
and
my
then
character
happened,
enters
and
this, and then this, and then this.
Yeah.
But engaging writing... Oh, I'm about to die. Engaging writing is when you write a character who says or does something, and that would cause a believable outcome.
Yeah.
Because they do this, this happens.
Right.
I try to do that in Elemental Owls, especially in the beginning, of because this happens, it leads to that.
Right.
Because of this action, that's how this is caused. Which is why I'm such an advocate for linear storytelling, is because.
Right.
Whereas non-linear is just like, oh, this kind of happened. And, like, you can kind of tie it together. Because, like, I don't know. I'm still a little conflicted with how Tears of the Kingdom's narrative is told. Like, I think it's an interesting story. I would like it told in a more, like, linear fashion where, like, my action causes this event, which leads to that event, which leads to this event, in a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just kind of like, this all kind of happened.
Well, I feel like
and you're doing your part where everyone's just learning their part of the story.
Tears of the Kingdom
but
has
it's the
a
same
very
story.
mystery thriller storytelling narrative.
Okay.
So where it's just, it happens almost backwards.
It can.
So, like,
it depends on, like, how you find the glyphs.
Well, what I mean by that is, like, horror thrillers a lot of the time don't have a linear storyline.
Right.
So it starts out with, like, you're in the middle, and you spend the rest of the book or story trying to figure out how they got to the middle.
Okay.
And then it ends.
All right. Again, I'll have my final judgment when I see the ending, like when it all comes together. But I will say, at least an actual plot's happening.
Yeah.
Whereas with Breath of the Wild, it was just kind of like, this already happened.
Yeah. Where
So.
the story is kind of happening simultaneously because Zelda's in the past.
Exactly. So, like, it's all linking together.
But a ping.
So we'll see, but at the time of this recording, we have another Tears of the Kingdom Impressions video in the works that we're going to do, because we've done quite a bit since the last video. And then we'll do one final video when I finish the game and do my final thoughts. And by finish the game, I mean beat the game. I'm not interested in doing Koroks. I've been avoiding Koroks. And I've done 50 shrines. There's 150 in total. I'll probably cap off around like 70 or 80. And be like, that's good enough. We'll see. We shall see.
For me, I feel like it depends on how much fun you're having. Like, if you're having a lot of fun, you're gonna do more.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I'm still having fun, I'll keep going. If I'm petering out, I'll be like, all right, let's wrap this up. Because there's always a Peter point.
Yeah. Peter!
Oh, Lois. Why you gotta bring me into this? Alright, so you saw the sandworm. Are you ready for the Stygian? There's always a bigger worm. That's basically the difference. Like, there's a slight difference to the boss battle with the Stygian, but that sandworm was basically just like the warm-up.
Okay.
It's just like, hey, this is so you grasp the basics of horseback combat, because the Stygian's basically going to be like that. And then I think one other boss towards the end you have to do on horseback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eat him.
Trying to rack up those combos. Combo breaker. That's from a fighting game called Killer Instinct that I have on the Super Nintendo.
I figured it was probably from a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
They always have like the weird announcers.
Yep. That was their thing back then. That was what draw you in. It's just like, get ready to fight. Finish him.
Yeah.
Fatality. I forget what Street Fighter would do. Street Fighter just had like bopping music.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
I think it was.
Oh, it just had the characters.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Gravity Falls does like a Street Fighter parody.
That's believable. Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, at least the OGs, were the most popular like fighting genres. I'm sure there's newer ones that are like so much more popular now because gaming's in the mainstream now. Alright, we're going to do some impact rounds. That way our guns can do more damage. We're also going to... You know what? That lonely little level 1 flips off. We're going to power that up to level 2. Come on in with the others, level 1. Okay. Sword uppercut, because why not? Harpoon tackle. Devil's cross. Ooh. Block counter. Yeah, why not? There we go. Good, good.
Let the hate flow through you.
You can see the Stygian in the distance. All chained up for some purpose. I don't know why. Why, Boobies? Come to join the show.
Boobies has joined, so when you hear her purring.
Her little...
My favorite was when I was like, I don't know if she can talk anymore because she had throat surgery.
Yeah.
And then I think it was when we picked her up to cut her nails. Mm-hmm. And she screamed, and I was like, oh, okay, she's fine. She can talk. She just chooses not to.
Mm-hmm.
She had a big old tumor.
Okay, let's free the Stygian so we can kill it.
That is the American way.
Break the chains. I am war, breaker of chains. Oh, is this not how I do it? Yeah, I'm just going through it. Huh. Odd. I thought I just have to... What do I just kill all the enemies until eventually a cutscene happens?
Maybe.
That's possible. Yeah, I cannot interact with the chains. I remember this part differently. Just did a Mandela effect on this game.
Maybe it was in a different timeline.
Maybe it was.
Dude, some of these, like, timeline things really freak me out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, where is your heart in your body?
Here.
Like, I can't. You're...
Left-hand side of my chest.
Okay. So we are from the same timeline.
Okay.
There are, like... Now, in the new timeline, it's in the middle.
What?
Yeah. Where are your kidneys?
Down here.
In the front or the back?
I don't know, front.
Well, those would be ovaries. They're
I don't have ovaries.
They're, like, in the... Supposed to be, like, in the back down here.
Okay.
Now people are saying they're up here.
Huh. Interesting.
Like, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. And they're like quotes from movies and stuff that are like, if you remember it saying this, then you're from the old timeline. If it says this, then that's the new timeline.
That's a little bizarre.
It's weird. It's so, it makes me feel some kind of way.
Oh, yeah?
Because, especially with, like, the organs.
So when was the transfer? When did... oh, my God. I just noticed there's, like, a guy impaled to...
on his little sword.
Yeah, to the worm's body. That's a cool visual.
They're, like... They've said it. I don't remember. Yeah, it freaks me out just a little bit.
Alright, we gotta, like, smash the Hannibal Lecter off this thing.
Oh, I see him.
The, like, face mask. Come on. There we go. You're one ugly motherfucker. Alright, so now we're going into the next phase of the battle to where he's a lot more pissed.
But yeah, you just punched his mask
Here
off.
he comes charging at us. This part. Alright, so he doesn't want to chase you for the most part. Every so often he'll be like, minions, come! And he'll summon quite a few little worms to chase you down. And he'll only appear to continue the battle once you eliminate these guys. And they're a bit faster. They're gaining on us! What? I mean, I will say it's a nice visual. But it's also just like, hey, just steer the horse and shoot.
Yeah.
That's the battle.
Yeah.
And you don't run out of bullets.
Well, that's nice.
You have unlimited ammo. Now, you see that bar around the horse's skull?
Yeah.
That's your stamina.
Okay.
So, like, it recharges gradually, but if you keep hitting, like, the charge button, it'll deplete. See, it gives you a boost.
Yeah.
Now, when it fully depletes, the horse will trot.
Okay.
So you kind of got to balance it out to be like, hey, I'll deplete, but always leave one available. That way I don't lose steam completely. Or the worms are going to get me.
The horse just stops. Listen, bitch, I'm tired.
All right, I think we've had enough fun today. What?
It's neat, but they...
Come on, speak your true feelings.
They look like vaginas.
Yeah. That happens a lot in video games. It's like big old vagina worms. Listen, there's a game you can play, and we could even go back to some previous games, not live, but I'm just saying, and be like, look at all the things that look phallic.
Yeah.
And be like, was that intentional, or was that just like, oops?
Yeah.
And you'll just see a lot of, like, just stone structures of just like, that looks like an erection. Or like worms, or just designs where I'm just like, that looks phallic. Was there someone in the room being like, no one will never know?
I know.
Or was it someone just being like, why'd you draw a penis, Bill? Huh? Oh, god damn it.
Not again, I already turned this one in. Like,
it's like, I feel it's a bit much.
yeah.
From Star Wars, where they were like showing artwork. I think it was like Anakin with like a mohawk, and George is just looking at the concept art, and he's like, I feel it's a bit much. But the most infamous one, the penis on the Little Mermaid poster. You didn't know about that?
No.
Oh wow. Welcome to cinema history. So, the original Little Mermaid movie poster from like 1989. If you look in Atlantis, there's a penis. There's a phallic penis. It's a big thing. Well, it's a small. You know what I mean. It was a big controversy. So Disney was just like, oh shit, and they made a new poster. Also, I like how you were talking about he's covered in blood and guts when he gets swallowed by the worm and busts out of it to grab its heart. Foreshadowing. There we go. The third heart of the chosen. One chosen remains. Alright, so we destroyed the mother of bats, the mother of bugs, and the mother of worms. One mother remains.
The motherfucker.
The motherfucker.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I mean, I don't...
You don't see it? Alright, hold fast, folks. I don't know if they did it or not. That. Right there.
I mean, they all look kind of phallic.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you build
But that
a
was
tower.
the main one.
Okay.
That was the main one because like that one has like the little
feel
soldier hat.
I feel like
everything.
that's stretching it. Like,
I mean, it was a big deal where Disney was just like, all right, we'll change the poster.
yeah. Well, I mean, they also did that whole thing where like it spells sex and the birds flying
Yes,
and
I remember
the Lion
that.
King. And
Yep,
it's
the
like,
Lion King. Good kitties take off your clothes in Aladdin when he's just like, nice kitty, take off and go. Like that's what's supposed to be the line. But we'll even stretch this into video games. So, in Super Mario 64, when you grab Bowser by the tail and swing, the line is, "So long, King Bowser." But because he has that accent, that hello, it sounds like, "So long, gay Bowser."
oh my god.
So people are just like, "So long, gay Bowser." So I think in newer editions, they changed the line to where he just goes, "Woo!"
Yeah.
But in the original Nintendo 64, you spin him, and when you launch him, he goes, "So long, King Bowser." Because Charles Martinet's like, that was the line. That was what I read.
Yeah.
And people are just like, was it though?
One more. Just one more. And then more. You get your tower. Silitha's web-infested lair is far across the great chasm in the Ashlands. Ruin has yet to regain much of his strength, but he will make the distance. As for Silitha, just get there, and she'll find you. The Brood Mother is a collector of sorts. Most enter her realm. She feeds to her young, the one she takes an interest in. Those are the unlucky ones.
So ice spiders, anyone?
She keeps alive, and they can live a long time. Long enough to tell her thing. You could say she collects stories, information.
What stories will she tell me about you, Samael?
Careful, or your ending will be a tragic one. Sometimes the hero dies in the end. But Horseman, I like stories that have a happy ending. Now bring me the final heart.
He watches chick flicks.
Why is that? Because he likes stories with a happy ending.
Yeah.
He watches Lifetime movies. That's where he's going now.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue my Lifetime subscription.
He like when he drops down, his little hoofy feet just fall into fuzzy slippers, and the robe appears. There's already popcorn on the table.
Oh my god.
That Hallmark movie's been paused.
That is a visual. Okay, so yeah, the final mother, the final of the chosen, is Silitha, the mother of spiders. Because of course, spiders.
Was always going to be spider.
You know what? I will say this. I miss snakes. Not so much in video games because like we see a couple snakes in video games, but
Yeah.
like in life, and I'm so envious you got to hold that goddamn python. Because like I live in the house of spiders. There's always like big ones, small ones, ones as big as your head.
Yeah.
Just lurking somewhere. It's just like, hi. I'm just like, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But I miss snakes.
We don't get a lot of snakes around here, and
I'm aware.
that is because we have a pretty fair-sized hawk population. But we
that's true.
also have a lot of like ground animals.
I see.
So, we get garter snakes occasionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, not really big snakes over here.
I just miss the little danger
Yeah.
noodles.
And my coworker has 2 albinos, and she had her husband bring them in, and I got to hold them, and they were precious. They were just super chill.
Boas can be very chill. They're just like very relaxed. And like you said, like they're just trying to hold on, but like that
Yeah.
initial squeeze is like, uh-oh.
Well, because like, so she like draped, because I was holding the female, and
Okay.
she's a little bit bigger
Yes.
than the male. And so like whenever she draped across my shoulders, like her tail swung up to the other side, and she like squeezed a little bit around my neck, and I was like, I'm gonna die. But then she was just like hanging out, and I was like, oh, she's just holding on.
Yeah.
Because like she can slide off of my body because she has no feet.
Exactly. Like they do that up in trees because if they don't, like, have you heard that like pythons fall from trees when they fall asleep?
Yeah.
Used to scare the shit out of like soldiers when they went to like Vietnam and stuff like that.
Because snakes would be falling from the sky.
Camping and they'd be like, all right, shh. And all of a sudden,
yeah, 12-foot snake falls from the sky.
It's like, uh-oh. Okay, so anyways, the sandworms are all dead, so now we are free to explore the Ashlands. This is where we have a little bit of freedom and exploration. We can go in different directions. And because we have a horse, we can travel quite quickly. Ride like the wind, bullseye! What's up here? Oh, I don't think I can do this yet. I think that glowy thing requires one more tool of the trade. Up there, beyond those rocks.
How far will you go? Where the sky meets the sea.
Is that a Dr. Seuss or?
It's a Moana.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it is.
When you speak lyrics and then just you can't.
We were talking about that the other day. So, like,
Yeah.
I kind of, like, am a melody guy.
Yeah, you're a
to the
Jack
point where, like,
Black.
I will Jack Black if I don't know the words to a song. I would just be like, but the melody goes kind of like this. And it'd be like,
Whereas
like that.
I have no.
Whereas if I just do a melody, you're like, huh? But
My
you'll
God.
speak the lyrics and you'll be like, what's that song that goes? And you'll just say the words and I'll be like, I don't know. Even if it's something simple like
Mine is
just
easier.
a city boy born and raised in South Detroit. I'm like,
Mine is easier to look up because I can just Google song
Yes.
that has these lyrics.
exactly. I think there's like a couple features to where like you could like.
I mean, I have SoundHound, which is
Jack Black should make an app to where like you just kind of like and then it'll like be like, oh, you mean this song?
Yeah.
Get on that, Jack Black. Jablinski. His YouTube channel is called Jablinski.
I thought it was something else.
Shoo-ba-da-doo. Last I checked, it was Jablinski.
Okay.
All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's called Centuries, right? The Fall Out Boy song?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, at least know the title if I give you the artist. That's another thing. Like, some titles are just like way out there. I'm just like, oh, they keep saying that word in the chorus. That's got to be the title of the song. Nope. Or I hear the word just wrong enough.
Yeah.
Where I'm just
Well,
like, he's saying this.
It's if you listen to like Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy,
Good Lord.
any of those bands, like they have the most ridiculous titles. So like you kind of know like it doesn't matter what they're saying in the song that the title is not bad.
Okay.
It's only newer that they stopped doing like those super long ridiculous titles.
There's this other song I hear. It's a bit of a bop, but like the chorus goes.
I have no idea.
So Peppers, if anybody knows that one.
I think the thing that I struggle with is I can't comprehend the melody if it doesn't sound the same as the melody.
Oh.
So like how Jack Black will just scat to the melody, my brain can't register the melody because I'm focused on like what the fuck is he scatting like.
Okay.
Because you did that whenever we were trying to find the one song about growing up.
Growing pains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like, it sounds like this. And then it's like a piano song. And I was like, doesn't sound like that.
Uh-oh. Fun's over. Hey, War? You got all this stuff dripping. There you go. A little too late. Oh, well. So, yeah, this is interesting. We're just kind of taken to the Iron Canopy. You don't really discover it or be like, I must find the Iron Canopy. No, the Iron Canopy finds you. So let's free ourselves from the frozen webbing. And here we go. We're in the 4th area, the Iron Canopy. See what I mean? How, like, the areas get shorter and shorter?
Yeah.
Whereas early on, it's just like,
Find the shadow lurkers. Find the door so that you can enter the temple of the Twilight Cathedral.
Meanwhile, they're like, fuck, we ran out of time.
I think that's what happened. That happens a lot. It's just like, hey, deadline. How do you discover? They find you. They take you there. There we go.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right. So, in the next episode, we're going to explore the Iron Canopy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ice spiders.
Toodles.
Ring.